Music is a language that has no barriers. It's an endless stage of creativity. Instrument making being part of that art, it was something that I just simply connected to. Doing it in miniature, you have a greater scope of focus in certain things that may be in the real realm that you would overlook. Growing up, I always dreamed of being an artist. A lot of the inspiration that I got was from looking at the paintings and all these books that my father purchased. Raphael, Michelangelo. Da Vinci inspired me a lot because he was a designer, he was an architect, he was an inventor. He worked with things that were mechanical, very defined and precise and yet creative. These were the things that really attracted me. It wasn't superheroes, it wasn't skateboards. I love mechanical things. The instruments that I've created up to this point were the Selmer Mark VI alto saxophone, the Vincenzo Panormo double bass, 1785, a double bass bow by Eugene Sartori, it's a 1931, the Stradivari guitar, it's a 10-string, the 1688, the Cervé cello is 1701, the Hellier Stradivari, 1679. Those instruments were stages of development, honing the skills of what is yet to come. In 1992, I was in Washington and met some people, and they told me about a particular Steinway that they called the White House. When I saw it, I couldn't believe it. It had all these elements of creativity that I was just immediately like bees to honey.
The White House piano was not a standard piano by any means. This was a piano that was produced by the Steinway Company and given to Teddy Roosevelt.
It was meant to really thank the American people for the great opportunity that the Steinway family had enjoyed since they immigrated to this country in 1853. It had an American theme, obviously, eagles on it. It has settlers' pictures that are in marquetry on the side.
There was the carving, there was the beautiful Impressionist painting from Thomas Dewing, the gilding, all these disciplines that I wanted to really jump into.
When that became known that he had in mind a challenge to produce a 1/7 scale Steinway piano, in my own mind's eye, I went through our manufacturing process, which is quite complex, and I decided he's an impassioned artist or he's completely out of his mind, or both. He was very intent on holding true to our construction, our component selection and design. He didn't want to make a miniature that looked like our piano. He wanted to make a fully functional 1/7 scale grand Steinway piano. I was at a loss to see how that could conceivably be done within maybe even a lifetime.
So do you have any idea what it takes to make a piano? Do you have any idea? And he meant that in a very gentle way. There's no way in the world, in the very beginning or even midstream of all this, that I knew it was going to take 16 years. But the problem is there's thousands and thousands of thoughts and considerations. Everything that is done on the factory floor from stage to stage, I had to follow. If they can't miss it, I can't miss it. It wasn't just simply follow the rules and here's the steps to make your own piano. I literally had to make my own factory. I had to make my own tools and make a tool to make another tool. Take the rim bending for an example. It took 6 months to make the machine, to make the laminates, and 6 months to make the press for the laminates to go into. So over a year just to make 2 pieces of equipment to establish maybe 3 days of rim bending.
There are over 12,000 individual parts in a Steinway grand piano, and he replicated all 12,000 of those parts by hand to make a working model of a Steinway concert grand piano.
There is an incredible amount of emotion that he has imparted into this 1/7 scale piano. And you find yourself moving around and just examining detail after detail in amazement that that object exists. It's almost beyond comprehension.
The Steinway Company has recognized this as not just as a miniature, but a Steinway piano.
How does that make you feel?
I didn't think I could get that far. To actually create a Steinway. We're talking people who are second and third generation. People who come in every single day and they devote their lives to do a masterpiece every time. I had many moments, countless of moments of wanting to just forget it. But what really kept me going, and I can't explain it myself, when I shut the lights out and close up the shop, I would hear music from a piano being played. It sounded like a concert piano being played. Incredible music, and it wasn't the same all the time. And that went on for years. And then I think about maybe a few days, a week, before I actually finally finished the piano, the music stopped.